2 days after an across-the-board drubbing for Republicans, everyone in political life is now reacting to this new reality. You've got Democrats feeling confident, pouring through the exit polls, finding little gems and morsels everywhere they look, in every geographical area and every demographic. And then you've got Republicans in complete denial.
I would like to see more talk about the economy moving forward from Republicans.
The affordability push by Mamdani really sticks. And that's basically inflation and how people feel about the economy.
Maybe people are concerned about rising prices. Maybe people are concerned, grocery prices in particular.
I think you'll see the president talk a lot about cost of living as we turn the year and into the new year.
Well, sure enough, last night out of the blue, Donald Trump started talking about affordability.
It's no good if we do a great job and you don't talk about it. And I don't think they talk about it enough. You know, they have this new word called affordability, and they don't talk about it enough. The Democrats did, and the Democrats make it up because we took over a mess.
It's a new word. Did you know that? It's a new word, affordability. It's like the new word groceries that Donald Trump discovered in 2024 he loves to talk about. And now Trump's social media posts are all about it. This morning, quote, 2025 Thanksgiving dinner under Trump is 25% lower than 2024 Thanksgiving dinner under Biden, according to Walmart. The Democrats' affordability issue is dead. Stop lying. Well, there you have it. Case closed. Done. In your face affordability. Unless, of course, you actually check Walmart, you'll see, as the New Republic reports, Walmart's 2025 holiday meal contains only 15 items, while the company's 2024 holiday meal included 29 items. This year's basket mixes multiple Thanksgiving staples, including pecan pie, cranberry sauce, whipped cream, mini marshmallows, corn muffin mix, as well as fresh sweet potatoes, celery, and onions. Magazine also noted this year's meal also replaced the name brands with cheaper Walmart generics. That is quite a bit fewer groceries, again, as we call them, little word we use, which you would think Trump would understand since he learned that word last year.
I went on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, you know, who uses the word? I started using the word, the groceries. When you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs, they would double and triple the price over a short period of time.
It's amazing the guy who invented the word groceries didn't see this coming. So now he's going to pivot back to that and everything will be fine. No, that's not the reality. The reality is people don't like Donald Trump being president. I mean, a majority of people don't like it. They don't like seeing his corrupt use of the DOJ. They don't like higher prices thanks to his tariffs. They don't like seeing troops on American streets and the brutal antics of ICE and DHS. They don't like seeing half the White House torn down. When Americans see Donald Trump slumped in a chair in the Oval Office today, appearing to nod off during a presentation on prescription drug costs, it's fair for folks to wonder, does he appear to care much about what I have to pay at the pharmacy? Or in another absolutely iconic photograph taken today at that event, after a guest passed out suddenly, he appears to be fine. Trump stands unmoved, annoyed looking, as staff rushes to revive the man. And you can look at this photo of Trump, it's reasonable to think, that guy doesn't care about getting my costs down. Not really. People seem to forget this. We all have very short memories these days. He was president before. He was the least popular president for the duration of his first term in modern polling. He is even less popular now after seeing his approval plummet all year. And if you have been paying attention, like we have here, there have been a lot of signs in the culture and in politics that his party was headed for a blowout loss last Tuesday. The biggest one, without a doubt in my mind, was last month's No Kings protests. An estimated 7 million people took to the streets in more than 2,500 communities, small towns and huge cities to say no to Trump, no to Trump's authoritarianism. It was one of the largest single days of protests in American history. And it really garnered barely any coverage in the New York Times, very little coverage in the mainstream media. Republicans called it a hate rally packed with Marxists and jihadists. How did that talking point work out for them? Pretty badly at the polls. But it was part of the larger Republican project rushing headlong towards a new order in which politics would be banished, right? It would be dissolved. There would be no competing with Trump for the median voter. He would roll up all the institutions and he would roll up all the media and kind of create a one-party state, and everyone would be under his thumb here and forever. And MAGA still wants that. That's still the plan. You can see it in everything the administration is doing on a daily basis. We take that threat seriously, and you have to. But also, I remember when my reporting career began, basically right after 9/11, when George W. Bush was at 90% approval, and people were talking about putting him on Mount Rushmore and a permanent Republican majority, and Beltway pundits were writing books called Building Red America, and the Bush and Republicans were going to create this new political order that would last for a generation. And by the end of his second term, amid 2 unending wars and a great recession financial crisis, he was so unpopular, he couldn't even show up to the RNC in person. They kept him away. He basically zoomed into the convention. We didn't call it zooming then, because he was so radioactive to Republicans' election hopes. And then when it was over, he just sort of disappeared and went off to be a painter. I think we are headed towards a similar situation. I truly, truly believe that. Might be wrong. I've been wrong before. Lots of stuff can happen. But MAGA has pushed this line that Trump was just this inevitable force of nature. And for some reason, a bunch of elite institutions and politicians accepted the MAGA narrative of Trump's inevitability because he won an election by 1.5 percentage points. They put their heads in the sand and they cut deals and they tried to go along to get along. Even at the same time as regular Americans, just normal, everyday folks, like people on the streets, right? Doing their jobs, living their lives. They were out protesting and they were chasing ICE agents out of their neighborhoods, and they were lining up at food banks, and they were creating mutual aid societies, and they were taking to the streets, and people were getting angrier and angrier and tolerating less and less. Speaking of which, do you remember the sandwich guy? That's the DC resident who was arrested for, I think, rather hilariously, tossing his foot-long Subway sandwich in the chest of a Border Patrol officer. Today, a federal jury laughed that case out of court. They found the sandwich guy not guilty on the single misdemeanor count that Trump's prosecutors were able to get him charged with. Add that jury acquittal to Tuesday's election results, to last month's protests, to today's opinion polls. They all say the same thing. We don't like what Donald Trump is doing. This guy sucks. Stop him.